Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So today my group members and I will be presenting on the digestive system. We will explain how the digestive system works, the organs involved and a lot more. But before we begin, let me introduce my team members. So our group members consist of 5 people including me, NURSYARAFANA HUSNA, NURIN QISTINA, LIANA, HAZWANI IWANA, and last but not least, SYED MUQRI. Without further ado, let's get started with an introduction of the digestive system. So what is the digestive system? The digestive system is a group of organs that work together to break down food, absorb nutrients, and also to eliminate the waste. It includes the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, liver, pancreas, and also gallbladder. This process involves two types of digestion: mechanical digestion, which physically breaks down food, and also chemical digestion, where enzymes break food into smaller molecules. By the end of the digestion, our body will extract the essential nutrients needed for energy and also for growth. Now let's take a look at the next slide, which is what is metabolism. Metabolism is the process of converting food into energy and also essential nutrients. It plays a key role in maintaining bodily functions such as breathing, circulation, and also cell repair. Metabolism consists of two main processes, which are catabolism and also anabolism. To break it down further, I'm going to explain about the catabolism and also anabolism. Catabolism is responsible for breaking down large food molecules into smaller units. Carbohydrates are broken into glucose, proteins into amino acids, and also fats into fatty acids and glycerol. This breakdown will release energy, which the body will use for various functions. The energy is stored in ATP, or it is called as adenosine triphosphate, which serves as the body's main energy carrier. So next is anabolism. Anabolism is the process of building and also repairing the tissues. It uses the smaller molecules obtained from the digestion to create proteins, enzymes, and also other essential compounds. This process will require energy which comes from the ATP produced during the catabolism. Anabolism will support muscle growth, cell repair, and also the hormone production.
Hi everyone, today I'll be explaining how digestion begins in the oral cavity, which is the very first stage of the digestive system. So the digestive system is responsible for breaking down food into nutrients that our body absorbs for energy, growth, and repair. This journey starts right in the mouth, where food is physically broken down through chewing and chemically processed by saliva. From here, digestion continues in the stomach and intestines. But before we get there, let's take a closer look at the key structures that play a crucial role in this initial stage. The very first structure food encounter is the lips, the gateway to the digestive system. The lips aren't just for speaking and smiling. They serve as an important role in eating. They help grasp food, keep it inside the mouth while chewing, and even help create a seal when drinking liquids. Beyond that, our lips are highly sensitive, packed with nerve endings, and they detect temperature and texture, preventing us from eating something too hot or too cold or potentially harmful. Once the lips have guided food into the mouth, the next structure that comes into play is the palate, which is the form of roof of the oral cavity. The palate is divided into two sections, the hard palate at the front and the soft palate towards the back. The hard palate provides a firm surface against which the tongue presses food, helping to break it down further. Meanwhile, the soft palate plays a crucial role in swallowing. When we swallow, it moves upward to close off the nasal passage, ensuring that food moves down the esophagus instead of going into our nose. But the palate does not work alone. The tongue is equally important in this process. The tongue is a powerful, flexible muscle that plays multiple roles in digestion. First, it contains thousands of taste buds that detects different flavors such as sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, helping us enjoy and identify what we eat. But beyond taste, the tongue is essential for the movement of the food. It shifts foods around the mouth, ensuring it gets evenly mixed with saliva. It also helps pushes food towards the back of the throat when we are ready to swallow, signaling the next phase of digestion. While the tongue moves food, the soft tissue of the oral cavity helps support the process in the background. The soft tissues include the inner cheeks, the gum, the mucous membranes, and all of which contribute to the efficiency of digestion. The cheeks and the gums provide structural support, ensuring food stays in place while being chewed. The mucous membranes keep the mouth moist, reducing friction and making swallowing easier. With the help of this soft tissue, food is prepared for breakdown, but the real work of mechanical digestion is done by the teeth. The teeth are responsible for physically breaking food into smaller and more manageable pieces. Each type of tooth has a specific role. Incisors at the front are sharp and designed to cut food into bite-sized pieces. Canines, which are pointed, tear and grip tougher foods like meat. Premolars and molars have broader surface that grind and crush food into even smaller particles. By breaking the food down, teeth increases the surface area, making it easier for digestive enzyme to act on it. Speaking of enzyme, this brings us to the next crucial element of digestion, saliva and the salivary glands. As food is chewed, it is mixed with saliva, which plays a key role in both digestion and oral health. Saliva is produced by three major salivary glands. The parotid glands, located near the ear, secrete a watery saliva rich in enzymes. The submandibular glands, found under the jaw, produce both watery and mucus-rich saliva. The sublingual glands beneath the tongue release mostly mucus to help lubricate the food. One of the most important components of saliva is amylase, an enzyme that starts breaking down carbohydrate into smaller sugars, preparing them for digestion in the stomach and small intestine. Saliva also keeps the mouth moist, aids in swallowing, and even has antibacterial properties to help keep the mouth clean. With food now properly broken down and mixed with saliva, it is ready to move into the next phase of digestion in the esophagus and stomach. But as we've seen, everything starts right here in the oral cavity. So basically the lips, the tongue, teeth, palates, and salivary glands work together seamlessly to break down food mechanically and chemically, making it easier for the body to absorb essential nutrients. Without this structure, digestion would be inefficient and nutrients absorption would be difficult.
The digestive process begins in the mouth when the food is chewed into smaller pieces and mixed with saliva that contains enzymes such as amylase, which help break down carbohydrates. Next, the food moves into the pharynx, a muscular passage that plays an important role in deglutition, which is known as swallowing. From the pharynx, the food now called a bolus enters the esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that transports the bolus to the stomach through peristalsis. These rhythmic contractions push the bolus downward efficiently, ensuring it reaches the stomach for further digestion.
Thank you, Annie, for the insightful explanation on the initial stage of digestion. Now, let's move on to the next crucial stage, how the stomach and its accessory organs continue breaking down food for absorption. The stomach is a muscular organ that continues digestion by secreting gastric juice containing hydrochloric acid and enzyme. It turns food into a semi-liquid mixture called chyme, preparing it for further digestion. Once the food is thoroughly mixed and partially digested, it slowly moves into the small intestine for further breakdown and nutrient absorption. There is 4 accessory digestive organs, which is the liver, the biliary tree, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. So, the first one is the liver. The liver is the largest internal organ and plays a crucial role in digestion. It produces bile, which help break down fats and also detoxify harmful substances in the body. After bile is produced, it is transported through the biliary tree to either the gallbladder for storage or directly into the small intestine for digestion. Next, the biliary tree is a network of ducts that transport bile from the liver to the gallbladder and small intestine. It playing a vital role in fat digestion. The key components of the biliary tree include hepatic ducts that carry bile from the liver, cystic duct that connects the gallbladder to the biliary system, and the last one is the common bile duct that transport bile from the liver and gallbladder to the duodenum. When fatty food enters the small intestine, the biliary tree facilitates the release of stored bile, helping to emulsify fats and improve digestion. Next, the gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and releases bile when needed to digest fat. It contracts when fatty food enters the small intestine, helping in lipid breakdown. The last one is the pancreas. The pancreas produces digestive enzyme and bicarbonate to neutralize stomach acid. It also regulates blood sugar by releasing insulin and glucagon. Stomach and accessory digestive organs work together to break down food and prepare it for nutrient absorption. The stomach churns and chemically digests food, while the liver, biliary tree, gallbladder, and pancreas assist by producing bile and digestive enzyme. This process ensures that nutrients are efficiently absorbed and the waste products are eliminated. Any dysfunction in this organ can significantly impact digestion and overall health.
Thank you, Lynn, for the great overview of the stomach. Let's continue our journey through the digestive system and move into the small intestine. The small intestine is where most of the digestion and nutrient absorption happens. It digests and absorbs proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, which are the key nutrients of our body needs. The small intestine is divided into three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Each part has a specific role in ensuring that the food we eat is broken down and the nutrients are absorbed into our body. We will begin with the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum. After food leaves the stomach, it enters the duodenum, where it is mixed with digestive juices and enzymes. This is crucial because it ensures that our body can absorb the nutrients it needs. Without the duodenum, our body would not be able to fully process the food we consume. Next, we move into the jejunum. The jejunum has muscle that churn food back and forth and mix it with the digestive juices. Peristalsis, which is an involuntary muscle movement in the digestive systems, keep food moving toward the ileum. Then, moving on to the ileum. The ileum is the longest part of the small intestine. Ileum is responsible for absorbing the remaining nutrients from the food, including vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. After these nutrients are absorbed, the remaining waste moves toward the large intestine. Without the ileum, our bodies would not be able to extract these vital nutrients for energy and growth. Now, the remaining food waste moves into the large intestine, where water and salts are absorbed, turning it into a solid mass called stool. We begin with the cecum, the first part of the colon. The cecum receives the waste from the small intestine and begins the process of moving it into the ascending colon. This is where the waste starts to take on its more solid form. Next is the ascending colon. This part of the colon runs from the cecum up to the transverse colon. Here, water and electrolytes. Sorry, my bad. It's supposed to be electrolytes, not electrocytes. So electrolytes are absorbed from the good waste. The transverse colon is the longest part of the colon and runs from the right to the left side of the abdomen. It continues to carry the food waste while absorbing any remaining water and electrocytes. Sorry, electrolytes. At this stage, the waste is getting closer to its final form as stool. The descending colon, located on the left side of the body, continues the process of turning food waste into stool. It absorbs more water, which helps solidify the waste as it moves through the colon. The last part of the colon is the sigmoid colon. It represents the final step in turning food waste into a solid mass that resembles the stool. Moving on to the rectum. Rectum collects and holds the stool until it is time to release it. Rectum relaxes and stretches to accommodate the waste as it gradually comes in from the colon. While holding it, the rectum absorbs the remaining water and electrolytes and further solidifies the waste. After the rectum, the stool moves into the anus, where the 2-inch anal canal has 2 sphincters. The internal sphincter opens automatically when the rectum is full, while the external sphincter is controlled by you. Nerve signals relax the internal sphincter, signaling that it's time to find a toilet.
Next, I will be discussing the 2 important medical specialties in the digestive system, which are bariatrics and also gastroenterologist. First and foremost is bariatrics. So what is bariatrics? Bariatrics is the branch of medicine that focuses on the prevention, treatment, and also the management of the obesity. Obesity is a serious health concern worldwide, and it is associated with various conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, and also joint problems. Managing obesity will require a very comprehensive approach, which includes lifestyle modifications, medications, and also sometimes a surgical procedure. Now, let's shift our focus to the gastroenterologist. This is the branch of medicine that specializes in the digestive system, which includes the stomach, intestines, liver, pancreas, and also the gallbladder. A gastroenterologist is basically a doctor who will diagnose and also treats the diseases related to these organs. To add more, gastroenterologists treat a wide range of digestive conditions. One common condition is acid reflux, which is also known as GERD. It is where the stomach acid flows back into the esophagus, causing heartburn and also irritation. Another condition is ulcers, which are sores in the stomach lining, often caused by infections or certain medications. So, to conclude, bariatrics focuses on weight management and obesity-related health concerns, while gastroenterologists deals with the disorders of the digestive system. Both of these fields are actually critical in ensuring good health and also to prevent serious complications.
Now, I will briefly explain two pathologies of the digestive system, which are gastroenteritis and peptic ulcer disease. So, what is gastroenteritis? Gastroenteritis is an inflammation of the mucous membrane lining the stomach and intestines. This condition affects digestive system, leading to discomfort and digestive issues. What causes gastroenteritis? Gastroenteritis is commonly caused by viral infections such as norovirus, rotavirus, and astrovirus. It can also be caused by bacteria such as Salmonella and E. coli or parasites like Giardia and Cryptosporidium. What are the symptoms of gastroenteritis? People with gastroenteritis may experience a range of symptoms such as diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, fever, and dehydration. Hence, staying hydrated and getting plenty of rest is very important for recovery. Next, we move on to peptic ulcer disease. So, what is peptic ulcer disease? It is a condition when ulcers develop on the inner lining of the stomach, which is known as gastric ulcers, or the upper part of the small intestines called duodenal ulcers. What causes peptic ulcer disease? The first is Helicobacter pylori infection, a type of bacteria that weakens the stomach's protective lining, making it vulnerable to acid damage. The second cause is excess stomach acid production, which can occur due to various factors such as stress, smoking, and alcohol consumption. What are the symptoms of peptic ulcer disease? People with peptic ulcer disease may experience a range of symptoms such as burning stomach pain, bloating, dark or bloody stools, especially when bleeding occurs, and extreme weight loss due to loss of appetite. If left untreated, peptic ulcers can lead to serious complications, so early diagnosis and treatment are essential.